What's going on, Algebros? It's Mr. C here, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to solve another rational equation. So without further ado, let's get ready to... Okay, so the first thing you want to do is determine if any of your denominators factor. Looks like our first denominator, the denominator fraction on the left, has the potential to factor. 3x plus 6 definitely is something we can factor. But x plus 5 we'll leave as is. There's nothing that we can factor with that. So let's take a look at x squared plus 7x plus 10. We would be interested in factors of positive 10 that add up to 7. And I'm sure you have those down pat. Let me get rid of that equal sign. It's going to be confusing later. But that would factor as x plus 5 times x plus 2. And over here on the right-hand side, 3x plus 6 has a GCF of 3, which we can factor that out. That leaves behind x plus 2. And as I mentioned a few seconds ago, x plus 5 is nothing that we can factor. Now, if you look at your first fraction, or the only fraction that's on the left-hand side, we actually have a rational expression that reduces. The x plus 2 in the denominator will reduce the x plus 2 in the numerator, making that fraction on the left simplify to 1 over x plus 5. So let's talk LCD. Okay, the LCD should be such that it cancels out all these denominators at the same time. So going from left to right, in order to cancel out the x plus 5, the LCD would need a factor of x plus 5. Looking at the first fraction on the right-hand side, if I want to cancel the 3 out, the LCD would need a 3. And if I wanted to cancel the x plus 2 out, the LCD would also need the factor of x plus 2. Looking at the third fraction, or the second fraction on the right, in order to cancel out the x plus 5, the LCD would need x plus 5. And it actually already does. So there's no need to add anything else to this LCD. And this is what we're going to use to distribute to every term in the equation. So with that said, we're going to distribute 3 times x plus 5 times x plus 2 to the fraction on the left. We'll also put a copy of that in front of each of the fractions on the right-hand side. I meant to write all those expressions inside parentheses as a dark blue font, but I think we'll be okay. So it looks pretty chaotic at this point, but magic will happen because we're going to get some simplification due to the LCD dividing out these denominators. So for instance, going all the way to the left, this x plus 5 will cancel out that x plus 5. With your first cluster on the right-hand side, the 3's go away, and so do the x plus 2's. Over here, the very last cluster, the x plus 5's, will divide out. So it's easy to just kind of get lost in the mix here, but let's just kind of focus on what did not cancel. On the left-hand side, the 3 and the x plus 2 didn't cancel. So that's going to remain on the left, 3 times quantity x plus 2. Going to the right, this x plus 5 and 1 didn't cancel, but we know that x plus 5 times 1 is simply x plus 5. Don't forget we have this minus sign, so let's write that out. And what didn't cancel with the very last cluster was the 3 and the x plus 2. So that's going to be minus 3 times quantity x plus 2. And even though we didn't necessarily finish solving, we've gotten ourselves to a point to where it's going to be fairly quick to solve. So let's go ahead and do that. We can start by distributing to clear parentheses. That's going to be 3x plus 6 on the left, equaling x plus 5. When you distribute this 3 do it as a negative. So you get minus 3x minus 6. 3x plus 6 we'll leave as is, but on the right hand side we can combine like terms. That's going to be negative 2x minus 1. I'll add 2x to each side to turn this into 5x plus 6 equals negative 1. And I'll go over here with that, running out of real estate. We'll subtract 6 to get 5x equals negative 7. And dividing by 5, we get to our final answer of x equals negative 7 over 5. And that would be our answer for x. And that's where the fun and excitement for this problem and video ends. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.